Some of the crap in there. They do crack everywhere, bro.
Gamer, you do crack.
Because they're freakies, no good. I respect that. No, drop 900 milligrams and live a separate life.
They can try to get it.
Alright, I beat it. Let's go! How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Elden Ring build. And for today's video, I got the Crucible Knight build. This build is actually so much fun. I've been using it in the DLC. And it's relatively easy to get to, since you can get it in base game. So I'm sure a lot of people have the set by now and the weapons. So you can just hop right into the DLC with this build, which is very fun. So we're going to start out with Erdtree, which is a great spear. And the Ash of War on this thing, it does so much damage. I don't know if there's any... can't remember if there's any enemies near here. I could test... yeah, right here. So the Ash of War is going to do so much damage. Look at that, 3,000. And its range is really decent, actually. Like, look how far that goes. Basically like a sniper rifle. So this is a really good spear. The Ash of War is great. It does a ton of damage. Like, this guy's about to get deleted from the off the face of the planet. Look at that. Just ragdolled him, too. And it boosts off Strength Faith, which is what I'm building right now, which is perfect. And now we're going to move over to Ordovis's Greatsword. This also does a ton of damage. Stacks off of Dex Faith and just has really good AoE. And just a ton of damage. And it does really good on posture breaking, because it hits so many times. Look, it just knocked him on the ground. But it does a ton of damage. Is that a... oh, that's a Cavalry Knight Rider. It's not. So yeah, I've been doing the Crucible Knight build. These are two main weapons that I use for it. You can, if you want, if you spec more into endurance or something like that, you can put the shield on, so you can do like the true Crucible Knight build. And you have just the shield, the sword, the spear. It's super fun. So the Talisman... oh, almost skipped over the steel. I use the gravel steel because I love lightning and I like using lightning. I don't think there's a Crucible Knight seal. And if there is, I don't have it yet. I can't remember if there's one or not, but I don't think so. So our first talisman is going to be the Flock Canvas one that increases your incantations by 8%. Just fantastic for spells. What you want to use if you use incantations. The next is going to be the Sacred Scorpion Charm, because it raises our holy attack, because the sword and spear both scale off of holy. So we're trying to buff that as much as we can right now. The next is the Shard of Alexander. Obviously is going to be on any build you use with a weapon that has a skill. There's just no point in not using it. Just buffs it by 15%, which is amazing. And then we're also going to have the Godfrey icon, because both of our skills, our Ashes of War, are charged. If you could tell, because you're charging the sword up here, which is going to make it do more damage. And then you're charging your Ash of War for the spear, which is going to make it do more damage. So both of those are just awesome. And in the Wondrous, the Flask, I have the Opaline and the Holy Shroud, because I've been taking so much damage from bosses because I'm running the Scorpion Charm, and sometimes I'll pop Howl of Shabri, which also makes you take more damage. So I've been running damage negation in my Flask to help mitigate a little bit of that. And then the Holy Shroud just didn't make me do even more damage, so I could just one-shot things even harder, because big numbers is big fun. So last thing I want to go over is our spells that we have. So far, the spell I'm having the most fun with is the Crucible Horn. This does so much posture damage, and depending on what kind of enemy you are fighting, it can actually flip them, which lets you just basically get a full charge of your sword. So hold on, let's go see if I can find... I think I might just one-shot these guys though, but let's see if I could just flip one of these guys real quick and show you what I'm talking about. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, well, they're definitely dying, but yeah, see how he gets launched into the air? So it causes that, which gives you time to just completely charge up your sword, which will definitely posture break basically anything in the game, which is amazing. The next spell is just the lightning spears. Again, I run it because I like lightning. You could basically replace it with whatever you want. The Crucible Tail. I just forgot to mention that the armor set also increases all... Oh, there goes my helmet. It increases all Crucible incantations. So your shoulder charge is going to be even stronger if you wear the armor. So I would recommend wearing the armor to make it even stronger. The next spell is the Tail Whip. It's pretty good for like minor ads, like if you're getting surrounded by a bunch of dogs or just a bunch of like swordmen running at you. But if you're using it on a big boss, they're not really going to get staggered by it, from what I noticed. So I would tend to just keep it for using it against small ads. But it's fun just to pull off the tail and whip some people with it. The next one is Breath. Now Breath is actually pretty good against a decent sized boss because it hits pretty big. And fire damage is cool, and it just looks cool to just breathe fire on people. But if you're fighting a boss, the main spell I would use against it is the horns to try to get your posture break into just fully charging your sword, because that's going to do a ton of damage. Like in the fight I have against the golden hippo, I showed that I posture broke it with the shoulder charge, and then just what I do is I like to go for the Ancient Dragon Lightning Strike because that just does so much damage. But you can also opt for the sword because that also just does a ton of damage. Now I have Black Blade because when I fight a boss, I like to just kind of cut their HP down by 10%, which is nice. Make the fight a little easier on me. And then the last incantation is, I know there's a better one, Knight's Lightning. I haven't found it yet, or I haven't unlocked the area to go get it yet. So if you have Knight's Lightning, I'd run that because obviously it's just cooler. But if you don't, Lightning Spear is always a good choice to run. But this is the Crucible Knight build I've been rocking for a little bit. Extremely fun. Would recommend trying it out if you're a strength faith build, because why not? You have nothing to lose. If you want to know where to get the spear and sword, so the spear is going to be underground. I New Game Plus, so I don't have it. It's going to be in the deep roots depths, and it's going to be up here, right here, I believe. This is where it is. This is where you get the spear and the armor, the tree armor. And then I believe that the sword is in one of the champion hero graves. I think it's in this one. No, I'm lying. I think it's in this one. You're gonna have to look it up because I can't remember, but I believe it's in this hero grave in Lindell. But yeah, that's the Crucible Knight build that I've been rocking. Been having a lot of fun. Wanted to show you guys. You probably already know about it, but just wanted to let people who didn't know, or in case you forgot about it, know that this build exists. It's super fun. Does a ton of crazy damage. You have amazing range with the Spear Ash of War. If they get close, you can just whack them with the sword. And if you want to turn into a rhino, you can just pull the horn out, you know? Give them a little flip. But yeah, that's going to be it for this build. If you have any builds that you want me to do, or that you think would be fun for me to do, or just a build that you're having fun with that I would also have fun with, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's it. Peace out.